I don't know any other parenting books that have a whole chapter on breathing. It's a very short chapter. But this is so powerful. How many of you really do use this in your life as a technique? Oh, beautiful. I'm preaching to the converted. When we really take deep breaths, some physiological things happen. Take one right now. Do you feel any different after even just one breath? It's noticeably different. What happens in our bodies when we take a deep breath? You relax physiologically. Heart rate goes down. What else? Become more centered. That's the result. Heart rate goes down. Respiration, obviously, you're slowing your. And there's a very nasty chemical that gets reduced. What's the function of cortisol?
To regulate the body when you're under stress.
Yes, keep you alive when the saber-toothed tiger comes. Cortisol is a deadly chemical that eats at the heart muscle over time, and it causes that fight or flight response. And I tell you, for me, nothing gets in me there quicker than one child hurting the other one. We'd be like, okay, no, oh, okay, I'm gonna deep breathe, okay. And I did this funny thing, my kids really made fun of me because in the beginning, right, I would go. But a funny thing happened. I never spoke to my children about this deep breathing thing that I did for many, many years. But I did it whenever I got stressed out, not just in parenting, but in life. And I remember we passed a really bad wreck one time coming home from Glenwood. It was a blizzard outside in Colorado. And I'm a non-looker. I just don't care to add wreck energy into my field. And so I'm like this, and I'm, with this, and I hear from the back of the van, what's wrong? From my 6-year-old. What had my child learned? When mom is stressed out, she does what? She breathes. And I thought later, after I calmed down and got past the wreck, I thought, oh my goodness. We know this, right? They're watching. They are watching everything. And so without ever sitting down and saying, okay, guys, if you get stressed out, here's what you do, and through this and out the other one, and whatever, all the funny stuff I did, they learned that. They learned that. So, but that's the secondary benefit. The primary benefit is I get centered very quickly. And if you can take 3 deep diaphragmatic breaths, you can shift your state. So that's one thing you can do to help you set your intention, and it's powerful. Like I said, I never was about teaching it to kids, but I had a woman come back to me when I was writing my book and say, I taught this to a 22-month-old child in my preschool class. And this little child would get so upset and get so triggered, and I just would go over and hold her hand, and we'd breathe together, and now she regulates herself. I'm like, 22 months old? Wow, what a gift to our children.